Would you look at that? How we doing? How's everyone?
Alrighty, we're back in the barnyard.
We're back in the barnyard. I'm speed running the introductions because we have made no progress in 2 streams. We've gotten nowhere. We just got to the first investigation and nothing has happened.
The real Eden's Garden is the friends we made along the way.
The real Eden's Garden is the free time event, actually. I'm not sure if you know anything about that. But no, so far
That is true.
I've been enjoying the game. It's been great, but at the same time, it's like, wow, right? Because, like, I don't know. I feel like I've just been shilly-shallying about, and now that, like, something actually happened, I get to look at my Nothing Ever Happens watching with, like, shame, right? What a world. What a world. But yeah, we're jumping straight into this. Like, I hope everyone is having a great day. You having a good day, chat? Is everyone enjoying themselves? Good? Alright, that's great to hear. I'm glad everybody is. Little dilly-dallying never hurt anyone. I don't know, man. This is the 3rd stream, and we haven't done anything. So I feel like we have to do something. Right? Like, we are morally obligated to jump in. So, introductions out of the way. Everybody's happy. Everybody's content. We're jumping straight into this. Let me set up. Nope, that's not a safe slot. We're jumping right into this. No more time for dilly dallying. All right, guys. No more time for that. We're jumping right in. Unfortunately, Snow has died from the bubonic plague, so she can't make it, or she might make it. It's up in the air. She told me to say it's up in the air in case something happens. But like, if nothing happens, it's not my fault, and blame her. Right? That makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, I need to be ready to blame someone in case something doesn't happen, so I need a scapegoat. She's like a scapegoat. Really funny scapegoat, but scapegoat nonetheless. So, I don't remember what happened to her. Recall off the top of my head. 28 stab wounds. There's a gun. Why didn't they just shoot her if they had a gun? I don't know. Okay, what is this? Our captors gave us a lot of information about this victim. To the credit, what's written on the tablet seems accurate, but I should inspect the body just in case. It's just a doll. That's a realistic doll, though. Like, man. That almost looks like a person. Doll was slumped against the door. Her torso soaked in blood. Parts of her shirt have been ripped open, exposing bits of blood, indiscernible pulp. I'm sorry, they put blood and guts inside the doll? Damn. Take a step back, trying to control my breathing to avoid throwing up. It's just a doll. Okay. We got a few things here. We got, yeah, the knife, the assault rifle, the hands? Oh, she has blood on her nails. Okay. That's a really human-looking doll? Probably. I mean, I'd assume so, given that, you know, doll, right? But, like, I'm trying to imagine how realistic it would be. Because I know, like, actual IRL life, I've seen some scarily realistic dolls, but all of them kind of just fall into, like, Uncanny Valley. So for this to genuinely just look like a person, I am impressed with the amount of craftsmanship. The budget goes crazy. Yeah, we spent all of our school's budget. Like, the reason we didn't have a field trip this year is because we needed to make the murder doll. Also, thank you. I have notifs on. That's
Big
crazy.
follows.
I did not have notifs on for the first 2 streams.
That is crazy.
That
it would have been like bang, 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 bang.
It would have went bang. It would genuinely, first stream, like 60 people followed. And if I had notifs on, they would have annoyed the fuck out of me. But now we're here, and now I can appreciate every single person that follows. But following is the only widget I have set up, so don't ask about it. But yeah, no, school trip was canceled because we needed to make the dead body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Terrible to see. All right, what's up with the hands over here? Okay. Hands are surprising.
Her hands were surprisingly clean, all things considered.
You know what? I'm down to do Damon's inside thoughts. You can relax. I know you woke up with a migraine. I got you, twin.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do all the inside thoughts because he thinks a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna. I know I'm here to milk you for, you know, content and interaction, but like,
I'll get the chat like I'm supposed to.
don't say it like I abused you, please. I'm not making you do anything. Her hands were surprisingly clean. There were no other marks or injuries apart from her nails. Okay, so her nails are bloody. That is important. It looked like there was dried blood under... Dried blood? I mean, technically all of this is dried blood. Let's really stop and think. Why was there blood under her nails but not the rest of her hands? She was digging at something. You know what, Carlito? You're my note taker now.
So we're noticing that she has blood under her fingernails.
Under her fingernails, but not the rest of her hands. So, like, my only observation is she had to have been digging at something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's only... No, but it's underneath her fingernail. Because the only way something could be underneath your fingernails, but not on, like, the rest of your hands, right? Like, she had to be clawing at something.
Scratching,
yeah,
maybe.
Scratching at something. I don't know. Victim's hands have been added to a truth bullet. Oh, we have truth bullets! I wish my avatar was more emotive so I could get up and do the fucking absolute cinema thing. Right? Like, hands up in the air like absolute cinema. We're back with truth bullets. Okay. I'm gonna leave the thing I'm the most concerned about for last. Because why is there a gun here? A bloody knife lay next to the victim. It's safe to say that there must have been a murder. Yeah, 28 stab wounds. I would assume she died from that. Yeah, bloody knife has been added.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. Enough to make a point.
Justified reaction.
But, like, just enough to see what it does to a person. And we have the body here. A girl has been stabbed repeatedly. I don't need a tablet now that her cause of death. You'd think it was the stab to the heart or something, but the tablet claims blood loss. So they missed every vital organ of hers. Taking a closer look, the wounds, they didn't seem excessively deep. Oh, light stabs? Like love taps. At least not deep enough to pierce the heart.
Oh,
but she died from blood loss. What does that say about the killer? They probably could have killed her quickly if they wanted. Did they want her to suffer as a slow death? Damn, this is messed up. Who would do this? How do you miss that badly? I don't know. I feel like if you're... Because you can see the blood everywhere. Like, at some point, you gotta hit something. But also, it says that the wounds weren't... Like, they're very shallow cuts.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know. Because let's think about it logistically. You see how much blood is on this knife. That is, if this much of the knife were to be inserted in, that is not, I would not call that a shallow cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like...
Like, look at the length compared to... Like, if this much were
Maybe they knew how small it was, and they're trying to, like, compensate for the fact that, like, you can't really do much with that in terms of penetration. They made up for it in quantity over quality.
Quantity over quality, I guess. I don't know, maybe they were just like... I'll save my thoughts for later, because no matter how I phrase it, it's going to sound like a sex euphemism. So now on to the thing that... What is that? The initial sight of the doll shocked me so much I completely overlooked the rifle. Inspecting it, I realized something. This is a toy. This is a Nerf gun. Of course it didn't work. That's stupid. Anyway, stab. Why is a rifle near her body? The rifle. You step back a bit, I'm curious about something.
No. What? No, I'm...
Before I could finish my sentence, Jean walked over to where I was and picked up the gun.
Hey, you're messing with the crime scene.
Ignoring me, he released the magazine of the gun. Surprising ease.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a prop. I mean, no shit, it's a prop. What? Who in this room actually thought the gun was gonna fire when we went to all that effort to get a fake dead body? From the top of the magazine protruded a loaded bolt. Oh.
I see.
Oh, that's interesting. This rifle hasn't even been used. Definitely a dangerous thing to have around. I'll put it down and guard it so nobody gets any smart ideas. Yeah, we don't want anyone getting shot in here. That'd be a shame. It'd be a shame if someone died in my murder mystery. That'd be terrible. Better than holding it. Damn, a loaded gun? What was going on in the killer's head? Why bring a gun to a knife fight? What? Maybe she had the gun, but if she had the gun, how terrible is her aim? Because I don't think there's any indication of whether the gun was actually fired or not, considering it's a replica, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even then, it's like either the killer brought a gun to a knife fight or she managed to miss every bullet. And if they're close enough to hit 28 stab wounds and you miss every bullet, low-key, you kind of deserve to get smited, you know?
Unless there's a reason for that.
Unless you didn't want to shoot, maybe scared, I don't know. Unless the gun was purely for intimidation. Brought a gun for a knife fight? Not very logistical, but it'd be a twisted game to play with the victim. Assault rifle has been added. Okay. That seemed to be all the evidence. Nothing else was catching my eye. I should check inside the closet now. Yeah, we should investigate the rest of the room in case they felt like adding more. Are you sure you want to leave? Do I go inside from here? Or... No, I just get up and go inside the room, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta remember the controls. I would look so stupid otherwise. Well, time to investigate, see what else they made. Oh, hi, chat. How you guys doing?
Like gang's all here.
The gang's all here. My 3 favorite people. Old and dilapidated. The last place I'd want to dig through, but I had to gather as much evidence as possible. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to present a strong argument! Exclamation point. He's excited.
Yeah, we could debate this.
Oh my god, without evidence, how can I show everybody how smart I am? Come on, guys. I'm a fucking genius. Let's start with the easy stuff. All right, we got a shelf over here. The shelf was packed with an assortment of towels. I briskly inspect them, looking at each towel. Many gathered dust. Nothing. Wow. All right, back in the closet. See what's over here. What's that? Also nothing? Before I think about moving, I need to inspect everywhere before I move around the room. No, that'd be weird. Let me look at that bucket. Also, yeah, Ava spotted. It's a bucket. Pretty typical to find things inside the janitor closet. But why is it randomly lying here? Did someone knock it over? Nothing inside it except... What is it? It smells like bleach? A bucket of bleach? So we got a gun, a knife, a bucket of bleach.
Sounds like a good time.
No. No, it's not a good time. Don't lie to me like that. Alright. Hi, Ava. Hi.
There might be more clues around here. I'm gonna check this entire closet for evidence.
I just did. I don't know about you, girl, but I just looked around and this looks like a closet to me. No thanks. A person like her is probably more likely to cause a murder, not solve one. Damn. He's saying that about a woman that carried him like 20 minutes ago.
Goat Ava.
Like, she was carrying him around bridal style in that basement. Now all of a sudden they switch up.
She was chucking him around, like making him do tricks on it. Like, she could do whatever. Like, the reason we are still standing is she allows it.
You're goddamn right.
All right, have fun with that.
He thinks he got the last laugh.
Lots of that.
Lots of that. You're goddamn right. We must make every effort to examine the crime scene as thoroughly as possible. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Not for the sake of entertaining the person who kidnapped us, but for the sake of the victim. They're already dead and the killer was already found. Like, those 2 pieces of information were the first thing we were told, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we doing this for fun and games. After all, this is based on a real murder, was it not? Well, that was what the tablet said, though I'm still skeptical about the validity of the statement. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Everything can be up in the air.
Check it out.
She's gonna say something really stupid. The next sentence, I don't know what the next sentence is gonna be, but it's gonna be something really stupid or really smart. Behind this door. Saying that, she stepped away from the corner.
Right.
It's a ladder.
Doesn't seem like there's anything strange about it. Why was this brought to my attention again? Why are we pointing this out?
Not cool.
I'm disappointed in you. What?
Huh?
He speaks for himself.
Call that thing a ladder? It's so obviously a step ladder. Yeah, dumbass. What do you know about ladders?
Aren't they practically the same thing?
No! I have to agree with Amber. Everyone knows an ace investigator must record his evidence as accurately as possible. Damn, you getting dunked on? You getting dunked on? It's a trial room, you say ladder, everyone in the room corrects you? Like, actually, it's a step ladder.
Not to be confused with the other ladder over there.
That's certainly what the victim would want. What the victim would want? What do you know? That's crazy.
Whatever, fucking loser.
Nah, a guy doesn't get my reference. Thank you for the follow. I made it. Yay. See, I notice now. I am attentive to my audience. I'm not a bad person, I promise. Nah, a guy that doesn't get my reference is no fun to be around. I'm gonna go check the peeps outside. Smell you later, lawyer man. Was that a reference? What was that a reference to?
We wouldn't know, and that's why she's not hanging with us.
No, you know. Do you know? Don't pretend like you're in the know to know, alright? What's the reference?
What do you mean, what's the reference?
What's the reference?
Exactly.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. And Carlito's
I'm
gonna
gonna
read
chat.
it. No. You don't get to sit there and pretend like you know what was going on.
Well, it's Lawyer Man.
No, not Lawyer Man. Since that's what Phoenix
Which
says
one?
normally. Okay, thank you guys. I'm glad you guys...
I don't play Ace Attorney, I play Danganronpa.
Look at this uncultured swine.
Pull up your Steam library.
Let's not talk about that, okay?
That's what I thought.
Alright, let's...
And that's why she's not hanging with us.
Whatever. I didn't like her anyway. She bought a fucking spaghetti factory.
We don't even need her.
They're already out here. Did you even investigate anything besides that stupid ass ladder? Whatever.
He's like, I did enough.
I did enough. I did my job. I investigate the area around me before. What else did we not investigate? What, the closet? Oh, the clock. It's 0 o'clock. There's a clock above the door. It doesn't seem like it works. Looks like that's everything around here. Oh, finally. Thank you. It's okay. I also didn't get the reference. Thank you. You guys understand me. Like, somebody's on my side for once. Jesus. All right, back to the room now.
We're green.
Where did you guys come from? I swear to God, I was seeing the green room. Yeah. Why not the green room? It's another surveillance camera. We got on the speaker watching us through this. Maybe. My stomach turned. Yeah. We're being watched while we investigate a crime scene. All right, what else is here that's of note besides talking to the 3 people? No, I was just talking to them. All right, let's start from the top. They were always just there. I checked all the containers on this shelf. They're all just full, with the exception of one. Bottle of bleach. Oh, so that was the bleach we saw in the bucket. All right.
Bleach? Like, no.
No, don't even make a joke.
There was a bucket in the closet that reeked of it.
Makes sense.
That's probably not a coincidence, given this thing is supposed to emulate a real crime scene. It's crazy how much effort has been put into this. I can't think too much about what kind of situation we're in. I'll never be able to handle it. We're not gonna say that out loud, though. They gotta think we oraful, you know?
Mm-hmm. Always.
Always and forever.
A security camera. It's brand new.
Brand new? Now she mentioned it. It does look out of place. Huh. I think it would have gathered dust or like something, but nope. Fresh as can be.
My company's headquarters have similar ones installed, except these cameras are even more high-tech.
They're better than, you know what? Game recognized game, I guess. Typical school. Spending more on security than educating their students. That's not a comment you make at a murder school. Yeah, that's assuming this is a school. Alright, finally, last but not least.
Golly.
Just imagining doing your voice is giving me a headache.
You got it.
Thank you. I got it.
These shelves are real intriguing. Take a look. Some of the cleaning brands go as far back as the 80s and 90s.
90s? 80s? What the?
You recognize them?
What are you, an old head?
Because I use them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Why would you do that?
I said hit him. Why do you use cleaning products? What?
How should I put it?
Oh, chemicals do the job better. Since there's fewer regulations about what's poisonous and all that.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
That's low-key spitting, you know, like old Coke having the cocaine.
You look like I don't need any asbestos defending in my chat, okay? Let's not start dialing it back. Like, man, well, I miss the old days before we had
Really was back
regulations.
better in 1945.
Back in 1945, I used to wake up and get the first set of asbestos when I woke up. Man, lead paint ain't never defended.
Just don't ask where I got them.
Don't want to alert the fuzz. Don't want to alert the fuzz.
Just
Can't-
Wolfgang's across the room like, dude.
Whoa, that's a case right there. You're telling me you paint all of your weaponry in lead? Yep. I'm sure they don't care about her black market cleaning supplies. Low-key, I don't care either. Hey, man, if I don't care, they don't care. All right, everyone. That's time. Look at you all. You investigate the crime scene so well. It's enough to bring a tear to my eye. Jokes aside, please meet me in the elevator for the class trial. We're already... Tree of Ignorance? We got names? I mean, way too long. The Zap Happy. Tree of Ignorance? Class trial? Sounds like you've never been to a class trial before, dumbass.
First time.
Your first time here? Ugh. We're done with this closet. We should go outside and talk to the others. Clearly, you don't know. No, he's gonna see the debate room. He's gonna see, like, the podium set in, like, a circle, and he's gonna have the biggest smile on his face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oi, what the hell is a class trial? You're doing this voice. Thank
Your guess is as good as mine.
Thank you, Mass Megalodon. Mass Megalodon. Did I say the name?
Welcome
right?
to the
To the what? Say it. Come on. Yeah, you
Emmett and the Mites.
Thank you. First message not even related to me. Okay. All right, that's fine though.
Is that a Persona reference?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Duh.
Duh. Obviously, we're going to court. Court. I love this guy so much.
What? You gonna put us on trial?
Listen to me.
That's where we'll talk. Yeah, maybe we discuss. Makes sense for our current situation. Investigation includes files. What else could stuff before? Good point, but it seems oddly similar to court procedures. I know you're excited, aren't you? Obviously, we're missing key suspects and witnesses, but they don't seem to be relevant to the case anyway. You or me right now.
Ooh.
Or maybe we don't do it for like a moment of silence because she's dead right now.
Yeah, a moment of silence for Snow being sick.
Yeah, a moment of silence for Snow being horrifically sick, so we're just not gonna do it.
Diana's muted for this stream.
Yeah. High key.
Probably, yeah. It's the only thing I can think of.
However, I don't recall seeing any elevator around.
Just follow me.
What are we waiting for? Let's get let's get our butts out of here. What
Oh,
elevator?
shit.
What is she talking about? He keeps treating like it's like a dumb game. If we're really going on trial, it's gonna be a nuisance to deal with. Like she's acting like this is some Danganronpa. What's wrong with her?
Okay.
Might as well follow her. And we're going. I get to go on trial. I get to call people idiots. I'm lost. Where do I go? Oh God. The Tree of Ignorance. Oh yeah, there was a giant door on the front of the tree that nobody talked about. I remember that. Do you remember that, Carlito?
The tree, the fake tree.
The fake tree with the giant door on the front of it. Man, if only there was someone here to talk to. But I don't see anybody. Unfortunate. But yeah. Free room. Yeah, you see the giant, like, door right there? When I arrived at the tree, I saw the people already
Check
bickering.
it out.
Big tree? Eden Garden Academy? Overused religious symbolism is tight. True. Actually true. I really hope
Welcome
we
back,
get that.
Evangelion.
Welcome back, Evangelion. You're goddamn right. Can you confirm? I can't do that accent. Yeah, why are we asking her? What the hell? Oh, girl, she's clearly faking her talent.
Am I hearing you right?
It makes her one of the bad guys. Yo, what's her real talent then? Who'd want to fake their identity besides someone with a secret to hide? And this would all be solved if we had like IDs or something. I bet she's the only one who brought a gas bomb onto the train.
Really?
What? You didn't think to bring a mask? What the fuck's the point of that? I've debated voicing this for some time, but I don't want to blow my mic out. You're not blowing your mic out.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. You know what? I will be a good friend. If you voice it, I'll edit it.
Fine. I have to find someone redrew the original Dan Henschel image, but I need to find it.
If you find it, send it to me. I'll edit it.
Got you.
Okay, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I'm a good friend.
And a good heart.
And a good heart. You're goddamn
No one
right.
else is gonna say it.
All you needed was a mask to protect you. Then that's not a gas mask. Don't look at me. I literally passed out. Look, I was slumped. I think he was slumped first, actually. That's not a gas mask, because a gas mask is completely different than any other type of mask. Well, it's got plenty of holes in it. I'd suffocate otherwise. Yeah.
I got something to say.
Liar chick's totally.
No, Liar Chick's totally sus. Just look at how calm she's been acting. She somehow knew that the dead body was a dummy, and then she poked it in the face? That's not normal.
Us, like Among Us.
I told you it was my intuition.
Intuition my ass! Alright, it's not unbelievable. My gut told me we should inspect the doll. Now look at us. We're on a mission to solve her murder.
Any clue?
Where's this elevator supposed to be again? That's right, there was an elevator. Man, but all I see is the Tree of Ignorance. If only there was like a crevice that looked like a door that opens. Man. Maybe we're missing something here. Maybe we're being played for fools. Yeah, if only there was like a door. Come on, do something.
Would this be it?
The more I look at it, the more confused I am. I'm gonna get a headache. I better stop. God, the more I look at it, the angrier I get. I just can't. There's a tree. I'm seeing a tree for the first time ever. It's pissing me off. Do I have to talk to everybody in here?
Oh, below, low key.
I don't want to talk to everybody in the room.
Damn.
That golfer one made some loaded accusations, huh?
People can believe what they want about me. In the meantime, I'm gonna search for the elevator.
I see.
All right then.
Whatever. Like, do I actually have to...
I guess we have to become antiquated.
No, I'm sorry. I turned around. I saw the big-ass door with the E on it, and I, like, turned my head down in shame. Like, I don't think you've ever seen me genuinely defeated, but I was like, man, where's this elevator? I turn around. I see the giant door with the E on it, right?
It can't be that.
Surely it can't be the giant door with the E on it.
No
right?
way.
No way. That'd be so stupid if it was the giant door with the E on it. Here, let's talk to other people first before I lose my mind. Must have been the wind.
Interesting indeed.
A class trial, huh? Just pointless comments? Okay, everybody's just making comments. So I guess I just gotta find the elevator myself. Whatever this class trial entails, if we want to overcome it, we gotta work together as a team. Dumbing down each other's throats will get us nowhere. Yeah, save that for the class trial when it's time to beat the shit out of everybody. Come on. No, these other have letters too, like B. What letter is that? Probably. No, if I make the wrong, if I say the wrong thing, I'm gonna look stupid. I can't afford to say the wrong thing. Like, do I genuinely just have to go and like explore? This is where I came out of.
What's on? Can you do anything with the Tozu statue?
I'm gonna be so mad if you're right. This statue was a marble bust depicted a figure of a creepy mask. There are cracks all over the mask, and one of the eyes was even missing. How old is this
What
thing?
you doing?
You know statue too, don't ya?
Huh? Oh yeah.
You alright?
What's up with the statue?
Hmm.
Yeah, what's up with it?
There's definitely something whack about it. I just can't put my finger on what.
Hi, thank you. Comet sand. The E is the epsilon symbol. Ah, man, I should have knew.
See,
it.
this is why we have chat. This is why we have chat.
They're here to help us when things go wrong. Thank you. You guys
I
are.
thought it was a money sign and a different, you know, maybe the Europes or something.
The Europes, like it's a euro. Man, if only we had someone from Europe to confirm that fact.
But
Get a load of this guy. Can we time her out?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Weird statue. The statue's probably like super old. It makes sense. It'd be cracked and stuff.
I'm talking.
No, this definitely seems intentional.
way.
Hi, Jazzy.
Like it's crappy on purpose. What the hell?
Even so, it's not relevant to the elevator, is it? Yeah, it's like a secret elevator button. Like, move the statue, there's a button under it, and it says elevator.
What about?
Maybe if you find the piece and place it back on.
Yeah, something will happen, like a puzzle game. Sounds kind of far-fetched, but it wouldn't hurt to try. You think we're gonna look around for the other part of the mask? Maybe. You actually touched it around. Why would you do that?
I don't know how to undo it.
Why would you do that? Chad, I am not. Chad, I am not a tyrant. Chad, I'm not a tyrant. She's a personal friend of mine. That is the actual friend of mine.
You son of a bitch.
You're not invited to this call. Get out.
Just a bit of a tyrant.
A little bit of a tyrant.
On occasion.
On occasion. Holy bunch, I got the eyes of a predator. Anyway, moving on from that. We just witnessed the public execution of an innocent.
There was no innocence there.
No, there was no innocence. She knows what she did. That is a war criminal. We are heroes, actually, for our... This is how we treat friends. No, who's we?
Nintendo Wii?
Nintendo Wii? We as in, yeah, as like French? Like, what are we talking about here? What's up? I got no clue what you're talking about.
Whatever.
This isn't even a... Never mind.
What word was he gonna say?
I think a competition.
Yeah, competition. Yeah. But then everyone started to search the tree again. People inspect the tree itself while others scoured around it. After what seemed like a few minutes, Grace stood up frantically with something in her hand. Oi, everyone! I found it! We gathered around. Grace see what she was holding.
Nice.
Oh, look! It was just on the floor. Huh. What should we do with it? Do we just stick it back in the mask?
Leave it to me.
Probably, yeah.
Soybean.
That's basically it. Hercules. Yeah, you
All
put it
right.
in.
You're
Raise-
projecting.
All right, projecting queen, and slot it into the mask, and then nothing What's that? What's that? Let me look at my watch. Hang on. Nothing. Interesting. Nothing
Don't you
ever
look at the
happened.
time.
Oh, that was anticlimactic. Something happened. Suddenly, the ground we were standing on began to shake. Oh, thank God she said it. Get Blanco there.
Are we about to die?
Please
Yeah.
tell me it's the tree. Yeah, it's the door on the tree. Come on. Come on, what do you take me for? A child? Like, of course I saw that. Come on. Cause you make my...
Yo.
Yo, I was right. Oh, thank God. Puzzle game. That actually worked. A fucking secret passageway in a tree? I never thought I'd see that. The tree of knowledge, symbol of sentience, intuition, and understanding, exists here only in a barren replica. Here only as a barren replica. The tree of ignorance emulates the wonders of nature, but does not achieve it. And justly so, for ignorance often inspires to be seen as wisdom.
Game over, man. Game over.
Oh God! Now he's spitting random philosophy. We're so fucked.
What? The visible door opened? That's ridiculous. That would never happen, guys. We're better than that. Come on, guys.
Do better.
Oh yeah, moment of silence. Hey, everyone, moment of silence. Moment of silence, everybody. Come on. We miss her every day. We miss her every single day.
What about?
There's stairs at the foot of the opening. Oh!
Question mark?
That was not a voice I was expecting out of her. So we say elevator, but there are stairs. Interesting. Interesting.
Yep.
What are you waiting for? Let's explore.
If I may ask.
Yeah, why the rut? I want to get home. Duh.
Inventory, my dear.
They just had a recording anything in that booth. I love her for it, but they just had a recording anything in that booth.
A lot of it was improv by her.
A lot of it was improv by her. Yeah. Simple math, duh. Fair enough. So we just walk in, do we? One by one, we open the door. Let's go inside. Finally, I can play the game. Oh, so it's an elevator. Oh, it is an elevator. It's an elevator? Yeah, looks like it. I see the elevator. It's underneath the tree. Wow. Reckless investments, I tell you. Okay. We stood in silence. 16 worried strangers plummeting into the unknown. That's what we are, after all. It's not like we're friends or something.
Hate these guys.
I've never seen these guys in my life. Random people thrown into a horrible place, and for what? Some twisted man's game? A fake crime scene, an investigation, a creepy statue, an elevator, and a tree? None of this was the work of your average kidnapper. This was something much bigger. This truly was our Project Eden's Garden. Damn. So, how's the weather? Nobody said a single thing that entire elevator ride. The elevator began to slow snapping. Yeah. I stood up tall and my movement completely stopped. The door opened. Together we are Project Eden's Garden. Damon is kicking his feet seeing this. Like, oh my god, a podium? A stage? We can debate? In front of us was a large circular hall supported by marble pillars. In the center of the room, 16 podiums had been arranged into a circle. Were those for us? Welcome everyone. I hope you enjoyed the elevator ride, even if it was a bit quick. If it was any longer, somebody would have said something that we're not supposed to say. Like, elevator takes 10 seconds too long. Someone's like, so you guys trying to grab like drinks after this? Like, what's up? Anybody free later? What we doing? What's up? As you can see, this is a trial room. Each podium has a name on it. Find your designated podium and stand there until I give out further instructions.
However,
And if we don't comply, what do you think's gonna happen? Come on, use your head. I'll zap you.
Back off.
I'll have to zapping shit again. Just face it, Miss Madison. We have to go along with his demands. Looks like there's a few smart ones in your pack, eh? Well, come along now. We don't have all day. There's no avoiding it. We chose two more places. Everyone go to your assigned seating. I'm here. I did it.
Damn.
Scanning the faces around me, everyone wore similar expressions. Not me, though. I'm locked in. I'm mocking all of them. Discomfort, anger, worry. It didn't end. Damon just runs to the podium like, finally, I get to yell at people and rant about how stupid they are. Oh, dude, it's been 20 years since I shouted objection at somebody, man. I've been waiting. We've been kidnapped and forced to play in pawns in some insane game. No free will, no choice in our actions. Yeah, look at me, locked in. Look at that face. That's the face of a man who knows what he's saying. Never mind, he's getting mod because Wolfgang is the only one here smiling. Never mind. Well, they're all smiling. I lose. Man. We have to hope for an escape. We have to run from this twisted place. We have to solve this murder case. Alright, guys, I get to play murder mystery. I get to actually... Would I like to save my game? Yes, I would like to save my game. I save over the same file. Oh, my God. Oh, we did it. We did it, chat. We did it. You know how long this took? You know how long I fought for this?
16 hours.
16 hours. Like how Cassidy's thing, they're kind of mirrors Nagito's things from DR2. I don't know. You said words that I don't understand, but that's okay. But we did it. Am I done? Am I done chapter 0? No, right? No.
No, this is just the start of the trial.
No! You thought it was over? Dude, that was just the introduction. You actually have to play the chapter now. Oh, my God. Dude, change difficulty. What am I, a pussy?
We can finally play the game.
I get to change the difficulty, guys. Yeah, normal. What am I?
Do what I mean. Come on.
Do what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? Sure. Chat. What are we feeling here? What difficulty should I go on? I'll let you guys decide.
Yeah. The most options by the end of this 1 minute timer. Going now.
Going now. Start. Type whatever you guys want.
We got 2 for mean.
We got, yeah, 2. I mean, same person twice. 3 for mean.
3, 4.
Mean. First
5.
Time, first time chatter saying mean. Okay.
All right.
You guys hate me, but yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm running it on mean. Do you trinket? I have a trinket? Oh, my truth bullets. They're called trinkets? All right, whatever, man. I remember everything. All right. Rubbing hands together. Good luck. Chart trial. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let me put on my smart glasses. Hang on. There we go. I'm ready. I'm ready, guys.
Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial.
All right, tell me how this game works.
The objective here is simple. Explain how the murder took place.
Okay.
Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened to the victim.
Okay.
If you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place.
What?
Should you all agree on the wrong answer, well, you'll find out. That's all there is to it.
A little game of tutorial trial. Yeah, it would really suck if somebody died and it just threw me right into the game.
Somebody, get me out of here.
Oh, is this just all voice from here on out?
We must discuss. I know a good place to start.
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here. Somebody get me out of here!
Yeah. Out like a light. All right, guys, we have 15 minutes for the 15 of us to agree. How does that sound?
What happened to her? Oh, shit! They fried her brain!
Well, it was nice knowing you, Grace.
Calm down. It's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effects.
Yeah, no long-term damage, but like...
If I wanted to see the brain dead bicker, I'd just turn on the telly. On that note, please, carry on.
That joke wasn't funny, but he got a giggle out of me because he said telly. If I wanted brain dead morons to bicker, I'd turn on the telly. Alright, man. Holy shit, the people in this place aren't playing around. These guys are crazy, and I'm surrounded by fucking morons.
Right. The way I see it, the objective of this trial...
By the way, can I get like a seat with this thing?
Normally, I love giving this dude shit, but this is actually a fair point.
Exactly.
I don't want to be.
We don't know how long we're gonna be here. We know how trials are in real life.
We know how trials are in real life. Like, I don't feel like standing for the next 3 hours arguing with you people.
I'm just gonna be an onlooker. It's only fair.
You know what? Second smartest thing you said today. Now shut the fuck up. Thank you, Twin.
You're seriously not going to contribute?
What am I even supposed to do?
Put your detective hat on, buddy. We're here to solve a mystery.
Yeah, dumbass. Do what the rest of us are doing. Make shit up. Come on.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Murdered that dummy chick, right?
I mean, this is only what we're finding. I mean, we're not gonna find the dude who did it because we don't know anybody else.
Exactly.
Like, we
We're
weren't
just
there.
finding out how it happened.
We're just finding out the sequence of events.
Not who murdered her, how they murdered her.
Yeah.
Is that tablet not
All right,
expired?
dude, take my lines.
All right, I got this.
It listed her wounds.
Thank God all this
but
is
it
voice
didn't
acted for now.
explain how they were inflicted.
Yeah.
Probably because it's
Okay.
so obvious.
Yeah, it stabbed her to death. Duh. But you can't just say duh though, because
But,
like,
Miss Amber, you didn't even read the tablet.
yeah, I saw you. You skimmed it. I saw you. You just clicked agree. You did not read the terms and services. You ain't slick like that. We know what you are.
Have to.
Yeah.
Would you look at that? A debate's already underway.
I love watching children bicker. Makes my day. Chad, is she just out like a light? For
Yep,
like
whole
the
trial.
whole trial? Actual whole trial, she's just out like a light? So the 15 of us just have to agree and then just assume she agrees? These guys are clearly confused. I need to stop them before they arrive at the wrong conclusion. I need to guide them like Jesus guided his sheep. I am the harbinger. I am the savior. And these guys, they're like fucking morons. They need me. Oh gosh, do you hear that? That's the sound of non-stop debate approaching. Non-stop debate! Oh god! During non-stop debate, your classmates will speak one after another without interruption. Students may say things that contradict the truth. And it's your job to determine which statements must be broken in order to progress the trial. For your ammo, you have been armed with the truth bullets. Everything I have, when someone says something stupid, I look at them and say, you, shut the fuck up. And then they look at me with like this almost bewildered expression because I told them to shut the fuck up. But I'm right, and they're not, and that's what matters. This is what you're seeing right here. What you guys are about to see is how you win every real life debate. When someone says something, just tell them, like,
Just
look
shoot
at
them.
Yes, yes, shoot them. That's what you want to do. Like, write that down and quote me and Carlito. Quote Carlito first when you post it somewhere, and then like you can have my name there too, kind of, but like mainly quote Carlito when you say that. All right, guys.
I agree with that.
Damon is like, that's wrong, and shoots them with the actual, yeah, shoots them with the gun that we found earlier. Truth bullets have the relevant debate and will be loaded into your truth cylinder. And then your truth cylinder attached to your truth rifle will shoot them. Use the mouse to aim your reticle and right-click the fire. You'll want to aim for words highlighted in gold. Those are the weak spots. A lie or contradiction may be hidden within a weak spot. Make sure there's no rebuttal permanently. Yep. Hey man, less people means more people can agree faster. Carefully compare your classmate statements to the evidence you've gathered, and use the correct truth bullet to destroy the relevant weak spots. If things are flying by too fast, use the spacebar to concentrate. This will temporarily slow down time. Speaking of time, be sure not to run out. There's an automatic game. That's an automatic game over. Okay. I mess up once here, it's a game over. Not that sometimes your not that someone of your caliber would ever fail. Anyway, press the F3 key to revisit these controls whenever you wish. F3. Don't jump to too many conclusions. All right, let me sit up in my chair. Non-stop debate time. We got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. I'm GOAT. I'm GOAT. And I'm already getting nausea. The room is spinning. Jesus Christ. Assault rifle and bloody
It
knife.
was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Is that true?
Okay, right now, I have the bloody knife.
It's obvious what the murder was.
No, yeah, the bloody knife.
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene.
Okay,
But the body was pretty bloody.
but the assault
And
rifle.
what could have spilled that blood? Besides that big, scary gun. Ah,
How'd I used the wrong button!
done.
No! No!
It's over
I
for
missed
you,
it.
dude.
It's over for me. He said right, and I clicked left because I used my right hand to do it. I'm an idiot! Oh. How do I go back? Can I go back?
Did you save?
Saved at the start.
Oh.
I misclicked.
Happens to the best of us.
Don't say that to me. It'll loop. It'll loop. Thank you. Actually, thank you. Let this. Oh my god. Carlito was not gonna tell me it was gonna loop. I thought it was gonna be a game over, and then that motherfucker would like smile at me and be like, actually, you get a second chance. Like, okay.
You hear that, lawyer man? She agrees.
Yeah, me too, twin. The loudest voices in the room aren't always the smartest. Fortunately, an uninformed argument is never difficult to shoot down. Right click. Right click. What? If I can't get anyone to listen to me, this case will never be solved. You said it'll loop. All right, run it back. Run it back. I know exactly what I'm shooting. Guys, I'm smart. I promise you I'm smart. I promise you I'm smart. I just have 2 truth bullets. I misclicked because it said right click. Okay? It said right click, and then I... Talk faster.
What the murder weapon was.
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene, but the body was bloody.
And what could have spilled
Checking the controls drains the timer.
besides that big scary gun?
Checking the timer. Checking controls. Oh my lot. She's right. How could I mess this up? What?
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Is that true?
Am I an idiot?
Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
What?
Let me finish talking.
Hang on. While you were in the controls menu, I feel like that's a bug. Checking the controls menu should not drain the timer. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. Like, me looking at the controls should not be drained. Damn it, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, hang on.
Brand new update, Evil Edition.
Okay, so I guess...
How she died.
I guess the assault rifle. Yeah, so I can't interrupt her here. Objection. It's obvious what the murder weapon was. The big scary gun. I've tried using the bloody knife, but...
was pretty bloody.
And what could have spilled that blood besides that big scary gun?
Alright, you know what? Fuck it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong! Shut up! Okay.
So much. Dude, I felt the aura before he even came on screen.
Yeah, thank you for the meat writing.
Can you stop butting in? You barely investigated the crime scene to begin with.
Yeah, can you shut the fuck up for like 2 seconds? You were not there.
Like can we just bring it to a 0?
I saw you look at the stepladder and leave the room.
Leave.
And leave the room. You don't get to sit there and pretend like you're on our side here. Because you're not.
Whoa, what? I searched that place from top to bottom.
Alright, then tell me, how is a fully loaded assault rifle used as the murder weapon?
Tell me, straight face right now. At least the game isn't too punishing with its game overs. Eden's Garden has a lot more checkpoints compared to Canada and Danganronpa. Thank you, Sleepy Bambino. Listen, I'm not an idiot. I just misclicked once, and in my defense, I feel like... No, yeah, let me make my argument, actually. I feel like genuinely the other bullet, the bloody knife bullet, should have worked too. Because again, at the end of the day, our point here is that she did not investigate the scene at all, right?
It's more so that, like, the reason the bloody knife
wasn't-
one
yeah.
is because she didn't even check it, yeah.
She didn't even see it.
Like, she's talking about the assault rifle.
Talking about the gun, so we have to bring up the gun. But if I was there, I could have made the bloody knife defense work. If I was there, that's all I'm saying. Like, I get it, you're the ultimate debater. But listen, I could have made it work.
That's easy. It wasn't.
What?
Obviously, the shooter reloaded their gun to full capacity.
Why would you kill someone and then reload the gun and then drop it?
Any smart shooter could tell you that. Right, Desmond?
Desmond, say something.
I need stand up.
I need some black excellence, alright? Say something.
Why are you bringing me into this?
Bro, you're the hashtag
Alright,
shooter.
you look, you want to stay out.
Hey, look, hey, let's not get irrational, guys.
Except the victim
What are you doing
suffered
back here?
stab wounds
Staying out the
from
way.
Yeah, my bloody knife defense would have worked because the tablet said stab wounds.
She was too stupid to even look at the tablet. She didn't even know what you were talking about if you would have brought up the knife.
I bring up the knife. I'm like, you didn't. Okay, I bring up the knife. I'm like, first of all, you did not investigate the scene, and you didn't read the tablet. So shut the fuck up. Like that would work.
You gotta add a text to screen feature in the next update. Just type in whatever responses you want.
Yeah, let me do it. Because she says, everybody knows what the murder weapon was. It's the big scary gun. Counterpoint. Did you read the tablet that says
Did you look
stab
at the
wound?
note? Can I throw my tablet across the...
I want to chuck my instead of saying no, that's wrong. I want him to throw the fucking tablet at her. Did you read the tablet that said stab wound? Because that's probably a lot better.
If a gun was fired, not only should the body have had bullet wounds,
Yeah,
but there would be shell casings from the fired bullets.
that
I
too.
saw neither at the crime scene.
Maybe he picked up the shell casings. Fucking genius.
Details.
Yeah.
If the gun didn't do
Whew.
that chicken, what was the actual murder weapon?
The actual murder weapon. There should be an update where you can just tell people to shut the fuck up for...
Damon shut the hell up button.
Alright, lock in. What was the only other... What was the only other... The door!
I got it.
I got it. Okay, dude, knock it
Bloody
off.
knife. It's just so blatantly obvious. It was literally right next to the victim's body.
Dude, it was right there.
Why so Cam's razor gotta ruin everything?
Oh, Cam's razor?
Interesting. Both the knife and the rifle were present at the crime scene, but only the knife was used.
That is rather interesting, isn't it?
Makes you think, huh?
Makes you think.
Inferior weapon.
Yeah, why would he go for it?
Nothing beats the sting of a sharpened blade.
You should not say that on trial. That is not a sentence that you want to say.
I'll be
out.
saying that next time, dude.
Don't be saying.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
When a body actually drops, you cannot talk like this.
Exactly.
If the killer didn't use the rifle, why was it at the crime scene?
Yeah, why was it there?
Maybe it came from inside the closet.
Genius.
Don't see why you'd be storing a gun in a janitor's closet.
I don't know, man. That's where I keep my
Man,
safekeepings.
I don't know. What if it's not even related to the murder?
Of course it's related. It's covered in blood.
Look at how pent up he is, bro. He is mad. You guys are idiots. Of
I
course
don't.
it's
You're
related.
like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Everyone's starting to yell.
Man, we're cooked. Damn, look how mad he is. You're bawling in
Gonna
his
leap
face.
across this fucking stand.
Look, Carly, you know that one video of fucking rat clenches his fist in rage? That's just him right now. Okay, we're back. Non-stop debate. I'm a genius. All right, you guys, I got this. I got this time. What truth balls do I have? Tablet, assault rifle, victim's hands. All right.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
All right, what are we cooking with here?
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
Very odd choice. Yes.
I bet that gun didn't even work.
No, we didn't.
These days, it's all about aesthetics over
The gun did work. Okay.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them. And yet, they did.
Watch it be for the aesthetic.
Okay, so obviously it's gonna be. It's easy to assume the killer was the one holding the gun, but considering the details of the victim's death, I'm inclined to think otherwise. Maybe she was holding the gun.
To reiterate,
Oh,
both the
your
rifle
victim's
and
hands.
the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yeah, victim's hands,
Yet they
right?
opted for the
knife. I love the non-stop debate theme. Yeah, it's great.
It's so good. The entire soundtrack for this game is just
No, it's not that
These
comment.
days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
What comment would it be?
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then
No, that wouldn't.
are you out of it? That
Okay, hang on. Okay, so what were the comments made? Okay, just to clarify, the weakness thing that I'm supposed to shoot at, like classic games, it's the text in yellow, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Not the blue text?
No.
No. So, okay, let me. So, timer is constantly ticking down, but this is my chance to actually stop and think about it, right? Okay. I gotta think this over.
To reiterate,
Okay,
both
I
the
got time to.
rifle
I got.
and the knife
Is there a way to speed it
were
up at all?
next to the victim's body.
Yeah, there's a fast forward.
Yet they opted for the knife.
I mean, time is going down. There's a fast forward.
Shift.
Shift. Okay. Okay, what comment? Yeah, the only yellow comment is the killer. The only comment is the game will discuss blue text later. Okay, so right now we have the only comment in yellow. If I'm not mistaken, chat, correct me if I'm mistaken, but the only comment in yellow we have is about the killer. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
That is the only yellow text, so that's the only thing I can shoot at. I tried victim's hands. That didn't work. Right weak spot, wrong evidence. Yes. So victim's hands didn't work. So it's between tablet and assault rifle. I'm inclined to think that it's probably something to do with the tablet. I don't remember it all that well, but I feel like I'm inclined to think it's something with the tablet. Tablet's strong, safe answer. To detail the victim's death, I'm inclined to think otherwise. Oh, a victim, a detailed death. Details, tablet. Come on. 23 seconds on the clock. Come on. I'm about to hit this shit like I'm LeBron. Watch. Please, 15 seconds on the clock. Please. Look at that. You can always pause to check evidence and details. I went to the options menu to see my controls, and the timer was still clicking. I don't trust anything.
Stop that thought right there. If we keep assuming the killer had the gun, we'll end up running in circles.
Yes.
What? You think the killer was unarmed?
No, they were definitely armed. With a knife.
The little pause, bro. Thought he cooked.
The reason they didn't use a gun is probably because they never had it to begin with.
They never had the gun.
But then, who did?
Only other person there.
Easy. The victim.
Whoa, the dummy had the gun?
If it wasn't the killer, it has to be her. She must have brought it to the closet.
Mayhaps.
She was probably carrying it before the murder, but dropped it when the killer attacked her.
I'm not gonna ask why a teacher's assistant had a loaded rifle on her, but hey, what a world.
I guess that makes some sense.
According to the game menu, you should pause the game entirely. I'd probably make a bug report if you can. If it still goes down, then make a dev report, make a bug report. Okay. I will tell Carlito to go tell the people that work on this. Oh my god, you know what I could do? Hashtag money moves. I just linked a part of the VOD where I was like, man, why is the timer going down despite me being in the menu?
Yeah, go write a letter to the people. There's a thing for it.
There's a thing for it? Where's that?
In the server.
In the server? Join the server and learn the ins and outs?
Mm-hmm.
I'll see.
Complete sense.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Bro, don't look down on
Aren't
me.
you overlooking something?
Huh?
Yeah, what are we overlooking?
The victim was stabbed from the front, meaning she could have seen the killer.
Yeah, she could have shot them. 28. The server's still closed though, isn't it? Ugh, I don't know, man. I don't know.
If so, why didn't she shoot them?
Yeah, 28 stabbed them from the front. Why didn't she shoot them?
I bet the killer memorized her AI movements.
Her AI movements. You get killed in a stupid way, and then everybody starts calling you a bot. Like, there's no way she actually was a person and died like that. Clearly, she has to be a bot.
That girl must have been killed before she had the chance to defend herself.
That's not technically true.
Yeah, not technically true.
There's evidence of a struggle between the victim and the killer.
Fingernail blood?
This is it.
Yeah, there's got to be a struggle for that.
We found dry blood under the victim's fingernails.
AI movements,
which
yeah.
implies she was clawing at her attacker.
She was clawing, okay.
Of course, no explanation is definitive without photo proof of the killer. But
Yes.
I'm confident this is what happened.
Why would you resort to scratching when you're carrying a gun?
That is a very fair comment, actually.
Did something get in the way of her using it?
Wonder if that.
Wow, thank you for thinking with your brain.
Wonder if the killer stole it from
She
her.
should have seen or heard him coming from the hallway at the very least.
Unless he threw a bucket of bleach at her face. Now we're cooking. Blinding her. Okay. The gun grew limbs and ran away. That's so much
It does happen sometimes.
That was so much smarter than my bucket of bleach idea. I'm an idiot. What was I thinking? What was I
Why
thinking?
do you think she was in the hallway?
That's where the fight happened, right?
I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah, who's to
How
say?
can we be sure the fight happened there?
Maybe the fight started in the hallway, and after it ended, her body was dragged into the closet.
If that happened, shouldn't there have been streaks of blood on the floor or in the hallway?
Drag marks. Can't say I saw any.
He knows a lot about drag marks.
It was merely a jest. No need to take it so seriously.
Hey guys, I'm not a killer. I don't know how the schematic
dragging
works.
the victim. What if the killer carried her? I don't know why they would want to do that, but it would explain the lack of drag marks.
But then, wouldn't the killer have been covered in
blood? Aye. It should have gotten everywhere. Those wounds were brutal. A few inches deep, I reckon. Carrying her would have done nothing to stop the blood flow.
Okay.
Good point.
She was obviously killed in the closet. That's
Right.
where the blood was.
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry for derailing the conversation.
Oh my god, you guys are so right and smart. I need to shut up.
This girl needs more confidence. I felt terrible
Moving
for
on.
her.
That fight. The victim had the gun, but she was overpowered?
If she wanted to, she could have just,
Bro, just say it with your chest. Like, we're in a murder trial
It
here.
doesn't make sense, does it?
There must have been something we're missing. Something explains how the victim was overpowered. I know I'm not the only one who can figure that out. Alright. I'll talk about agree. Oh, those are agree points. Okay, so yellow is when they're saying something stupid, and blue is when they're low-key cooking. Bet you weren't expecting that, huh? You got me there, game. Pretty clever. Those phrases are called agree points. They are the counterpart to weak spots. As the name would suggest, if you agree, a point aligns with the evidence you've gathered. You can use your two goals to prove it correct. Simply aim your article at it in a weak spot and shoot. In your pursuit of truth, you must be prepared to corroborate your classmates' testimonies. I know I'm the only one who can figure it out. Proceeds to take someone else's statement and figure it out. Yeah. It would be wise to do so is for you to figure it out. Good luck. Alright, who do I agree with here? Bucket, tablet, bloody knife, victim's hands.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But he still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
A bucket of bleach in the eyes?
Maybe she thought
No.
the killer was her friend? I know I wouldn't hurt a friend.
No, because...
She tried clawing their eyes out.
Why did the victim not shoot her attacker? Mean difficulty increases the amount of false agrees and weak points there is. I don't know what IIRC is, but thank you. I'm a very old man. But yeah, mean difficulty increases the amount of fake stuff that's thrown about to confuse you. Like less hand holding. Okay. If I recall correctly. Thank you. I am very ignorant when it comes to the ways of the world. You know me. I'm an ignoramus. She tried clawing their eyes out. One of my favorite lines, not gonna lie. Okay, why didn't she shoot? Why did she not shoot? The only things I'm sitting on right now are... How'd I check my truth bullets? No, because he's talking right now, but the second I tried to do that, what button would it be?
Just bring up the list real quick and it should show like the key for it. I play on controller.
Everyone's got a theory, but who has the actual answer?
That slimy killer pulled a fast one.
Oh, F1. Timer's still going down. Okay. Description. Bloodsoaked knife tablet. He was stabbed. The victim also suffered chemical burns to the head. Oh, chemical burns. I'm a genius. Hang on, speed up. Chemical burns to the head. Chemical burns to the head. Chemical burns. What? But
appreciate the support, but you're not talking any sense, mate.
But the bleach in the bucket, and chemical burns to the eyes. She was blinded by the. Am I crazy? Am I incorrect with that assumption?
Repeat. I want to hear your full assumption.
Okay, I can't read the tablet because when I do, the timer goes down, right? Someone said try the tablet again because that's where it says she had chemical burns to the eyes, so she was blinded. Yeah, that's a lot smarter than using the bucket with the bleach that was used to blind her. So I was right. I just used the wrong bullet. Okay, yeah, that is 100% a bug. The timer wasn't going down on the evidence in the control menus when my friend was playing, unless it's just part of the mean difficulty. If so, that's evil.
Ooh.
Mean difficulty, you're on the timer constantly. That would make a lot of sense. Okay, if you're playing on normal or easy and it let you pause, because here's the thing. That totally makes sense for a thing to add to the mean mechanic, because if you're playing on the hardest difficulty and you just go to like F3 or F1, having a full pause to think about it. But no, tablet again. Even the pirate is scolding me. Tablet. She was blinded. I'm thinking 2 steps ahead, which is really funny, which is why I'm wrong so often.
I bet that girl didn't even...
Like, genuinely, I'm 2 steps ahead, which is why I was messing up there, because I was just, like, jumping ahead of the actual answer.
John actually has a point. The victim probably couldn't see what was going on.
No, she could not.
According to the tablet, she suffered chemical burns to the face and eyes.
Maybe just don't admit Gina's intelligent.
Blinded her.
Yep. She was blinded.
Also, inside the janitor's closet, there was a
Large empty bottle of bleach and a bucket that smelled like bleach.
that caused the burns.
Yup.
Blinded with bleach? That's horrible.
I'm a
All that
genius.
pain, yet she still managed to fight back.
She sure put up a struggle. Without a gun, I guess the next best thing was her hands.
True.
The killer was definitely the one who blinded her.
Okay.
Indeed.
I'm hashtag cooking
Knowing
here.
she had a gun, he blinded her to make her less dangerous. Then, when he pinned her against the door and stabbed her, she tried to retaliate.
Okay.
Until eventually dying from her wounds.
All right.
Jeez, this is brutal. Couldn't they have toned down the violence?
Can we just be nicer, guys? Damn.
The past is in the past, and we can't change that. All we can
Okay.
do is solve her untimely death, eh?
We have a general sequence of events
I mean,
here.
by the sounds of it, we've already figured it out, right?
No, not yet.
Yeah, we also got to deal with the fact that it was 28. Why didn't they stab something more vital?
Seriously?
But we've already discussed so much.
Bro just wants to leave. Yeah.
We know she was.
Yeah, I get that.
We know she was blinded.
We know she was armed and dangerous. We know she was blinded.
We figured out how she died. How is this not a closed case?
Please understand, I'm proud of everyone's hard work so far.
Listen, I'm proud of this class. You all worked so hard to get here. But I'm gonna have to fail all
Because
of
of you, we're one step closer to bringing the victim justice.
This was never about the dummy.
What is he
However,
gonna
we
say?
should think of this case like an equation.
Like an equation.
Knowing how it works is only half the struggle. Now we need to figure out why.
Knowing why? How are we gonna do that?
As in the motive?
We only know one of the people involved and no one else.
Mm-hmm. You're on the right track.
You speak like we have any information on the killer. The man's a stock image. He doesn't even have a name.
Actually, it was one of us that did it. That'd be crazy if you just
What
turned
are
the
we
camera and said
supposed to
that.
ascertain from that? That he's a non-character?
Not
He's just a
every
gray
answer
man
will
on
be
the
written
image.
down
Come
for
on.
you. Sometimes actions speak louder than.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone!
She's awake! She's back! I thought she was dead forever. Frankly, I thought she was gonna be unconscious the entire time. But no, it's great to see that she's back. Loki missed her.
Grace?
You're awake?
What? Since when was Grace back to normal?
Right now.
Wakes up immediately, wants to smoke. She missed that entire first segment where we all agree.
Watching you guys try to solve this mystery has been like watching a dumpster catch on fire.
Bro, you were not conscious for that.
I guess all that smoke must have clouded your vision. Cause there's a big-ass elephant in this room.
An elephant in the room?
Wait, we haven't let the girl boss speak yet? You're goddamn right.
That's giving us too much credit.
So the killer incapacitated that girl. She had a gun, it makes total sense. Problem is, you've yet to explain how he used the bleach.
I sort of assumed he spilled it on the victim.
Right. He just tipped the bottle over her.
That bottle is where the bleach came from, sure. But
Right.
I doubt
Yeah.
the bottle itself was involved in the murder.
And that's the
when
bucket.
we found it, it was neatly ordered on a shelf near the back of the closet. The gun and knife were just thrown on the floor.
I'm glad
it's
Grace's
weird
brain cells
this
haven't
weapon
dissolved.
was
Yeah,
handled
nice.
so differently.
It's weird that this is
Do you
handled.
think the killer just poured the contents of that bottle into something else?
Sure, before the actual murder took place, I'd say.
Right.
What is this something else? Go on. Explain it before this dumpster turns molten.
She's really stubborn about this, but I get the point she's trying to make. Or we can move on the subject. We need to make sure it's logged. Alright then, let's put out this fire. Can I use the bucket now? Finally, the bucket that smelled like bleach, please? Can I finally use the bucket? Please.
Well, if the original bottle's been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
The bucket.
Into another bottle?
What about a container?
I could agree with
There were
that.
a bunch in the closet.
Like a container, like
Bet the killer had
Carly, there was a bucket, a container.
I'd say so. I mean, it is a cup of container.
I'm not ready to get into a semantics argument. I am not ready to get into a genuine semantics conversation.
Call the fire brigade, Grace.
Yeah, okay, bucket, container, I agree with her. Okay. I need to make sure I say it and someone's like, actually, a bucket is not legally considered a container. I feel like Wolfgang would say that and then I fight them. You know? Like, actually, a bucket is not legally considered a container, you know?
Well...
But yeah, bucket. Dun, dun, container, let's see a container, let's see a container. There we go. Call the fire brigade, Grace. Yeah. I'm so smart.
She's correct. The killer put the chemicals in a bucket.
Yup.
Or, more specifically, the same bucket we found at the crime scene.
You're goddamn right.
After all, it reeked of bleach. If the killer didn't use it to transport bleach, what else did they use it for? Personal cleaning?
Yeah, there's a janitor.
Personal cleaning?
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
He's trying so hard to make jokes, too. He is trying his fucking best, and I love him.
That makes sense.
Yep, it does.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
You know, I appreciate that all this is voice acted.
Mm-hmm. No, the trials are the best parts for that.
It makes my life so much easier.
Okay, cool. So, how'd the killer use that bucket to spill bleach in the victim's eyes?
I mean, first assumption is you throw it at her, but...
It would be a fairly heavy bucket, so it's unlikely he threw it on her.
Yeah.
She'd shoot him before he even had the chance. Use your brain, mate.
Of course, my apologies.
The question, how was the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemicals into the victim's eyes? Especially without her knowing. Don't jump into another nonstop. I need to actually think about it. How would he get... Because I'm trying to balance, like, actual logic and Looney Tunes shenanigans, right? Because I'm ready for some over-the-top, really stupid ass. Like, yeah, actually, we tripped her, and then she fell face first into the bucket, and then on the ground as she writhed, we stabbed her 28 times in the chest. There must have been some clue missing here. Oh.
Even if he did manage to splash her, the girl should have sustained intense facial burns.
Yeah, how did it only get in her eyes?
However, aside from her eyes, her face was relatively untouched.
Okay.
Well, if you check the tablet, it said she had burns to the scalp, too.
Burns to the scalp? We dipped her in the bucket like... like, acted like Achilles, right? Like, we dipped her head first in the bucket.
Burns to the scalp? How does that work?
The scalp and the eyes.
Unless those chemicals came from above?
I'm sorry, there's a moment of silence because there's tears in my eyes because I know exactly what happened. I got actual tears in my eyes, dude. This shit's genius. He did like the classic water prank of putting the bucket above the door with a fucking stepladder, and then when she walked in, it tipped over on top of her fucking head. Like, that's genius.
It works on TV, dude.
Yeah, that is a middle schooler prank. He killed her with a middle schooler prank.
If he really wanted to do it good, he should have filled this bucket with cement.
He should have filled it with cement. So she opened the door, just bang, and then she.
There was an entire episode of it was one of the old Disney shows. It was either Good Luck Charlie or Wizards of Waverly Place, where the entire episode, at the beginning of the episode, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna prank classic Disney sister," and then he pours the cement in, and at the end of the episode, the Chekhov guns goes off, where the bucket just like slams into the floor.
The bucket of cement. Oh my god, do I get to bring up the stepladder here? Above? Yeah, that's right, above. Yeah, a door. Stepladder.
Suspend the bucket in the air? Maybe there was a mechanism that made it tip over when someone entered the
Oh, these poor children.
These poor children, they've never been...
A mechanism, dude.
If only there was some sort of a doohickey that allowed this Machiavellian...
You think he made a contraption hooked up to the ceiling that lowered it down?
He had it set to a remote timer to go off exactly when she entered the room.
Had a heartbeat monitor and everything.
Well,
it's the door and the stepladder, dude. This is the stupidest death I've ever heard of.
Hiding above the door frame?
Hiding above the door frame? That'd be a funny ass prank.
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on to. Not to mention, they could have stabbed her from up there.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place for the bucket to sit.
Actually, that's where you're wrong.
You take into account the size difference.
Yeah. I don't know, Kai. I think a person is a lot bigger than a bucket. I don't know, man. Could be me.
The space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
Bucket suspended on
And
top
that
of the
thing
door.
supporting the bucket?
Two things. For the bucket to be above the victim and for the spill on her when she entered the room. In other words, he needed to balance the bucket, but on what? On the door. on the door. Please give me that option. The door. Yep. Hashtag Damon Nation. We got Damon.
I don't see Wolfgang saying, I got it.
I've got it.
I don't see him proposing anything. He's only been asking questions. He has not helped us once. All that man does, I mean, classic lawyer. No, but still.
The killer just balanced the bucket on the door.
Yeah, duh.
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Basically, yeah.
Exactly. When the victim came into the room, she pushed.
We should do a bleach prank, Carly. That'd be really fun. Right now, we should set it up, see who walks in the stream, and it lands right on them. If I knew the exact time that Snow said she was gonna come in, I'd suspend like a bleach bucket on top of the text chat, so when she pops in, it lands like right on her head.
There's always time.
Chat, should we do that? Should we suspend the bleach bucket for Snow? Would that be funny, guys? I don't know. I think I'm cooking with that idea. Imagine Wolfgang was completely clueless, but you can be as clueless as you want as long as you ask enough questions. You know, that's how you look smart.
This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant.
Yup.
When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the victim.
Genius.
That is a possibility, yes.
But how is the victim tall enough to suspend the bucket on the door? Interesting.
It sounds like the best conclusion.
It does.
There's just one problem. How was the killer able to reach that high?
He was in the room too. You were in the room and you heard the discussion with this fuck-ass stepladder. Come on.
Unless they were abnormally tall.
Well, let's use that as our next point of discussion.
I know the answer. The killer is the door. Why didn't I think of
How
that?
did the killer set up this trap?
Why are we acting like... Have none of these people ever seen... I feel like Kai should say so. Have none of these people ever seen a bucket prank before? Was there anything at the crime scene that could have been used? Come on. I got this. Yes.
This is it.
This is it. Like, guys, you were there in the room.
There was a stepladder hiding behind the closet door. The killer probably used that.
Yeah.
After climbing it, they could position the bucket right on
Suspend it.
top of the door.
That is a possibility, yes. You're a lawyer. Please participate. Thank you.
Figures.
God.
My precious
Maybe.
stepladder? You think the bad guy used my super duper obvious stepladder?
He says obvious. Why didn't you say it first? I'm doing all the heavy lifting here.
Match point. Occam's razor.
Why do we keep saying that? You don't know. I feel half this room does not know what Occam's razor is. Let's not.
Half these people haven't read a book.
You have not read a book in your life. All right. Let's not have this conversation today. It appears like killing.
No matter
Wow.
how obvious it seems, it's the only answer that makes sense.
Right.
It was the only knick-knack of its kind, too.
Knick-knack?
If there's
You know what?
something
I love
else
it for
that
it.
killer could have used, it's escaping me.
I see. It makes sense with what we've got so far.
Bucket drops on her head. She drops the gun. Gets stabbed in the stomach 28 times. Why 28? Why didn't they just... If she's blinded and defenseless, why didn't they just go for a more vital organ?
But I'm not done yet. I still have one last question for you, apes.
Please just leave us alone. Oh, I'm so tired.
Hey, don't be like that.
Frenzied, maybe?
Grace may be
Yeah.
loud, but her questions have really helped our discussion.
She's put in the most work in the last 20 minutes. And the Damon's just
Anyway.
fuming.
What was the killer doing with that bucket poured on the
Unsung
girl's
king.
head?
Unsung hero. What was the killer doing? I don't know, hiding behind the door and waiting?
He obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
I have to agree. They might have been hiding somewhere. Waiting for her to arrive. Somewhere nearby, I'd assume. Oh, I got no clue about this one. Outside the janitor's closet, on top of the door frame, behind the door. In the back of the janitor's closet. I got no fucking clue, dude. This is... Fucking free ball.
What about behind the door?
No, this is the
killer
one.
could have hidden there as the girl entered.
I genuinely don't even remember the schematics of the room. Time is ticking. I don't know.
Stepladder be in the way?
Jeez, I don't know. I don't... So it's not behind the door. Outside, maybe? No.
Got it. The killer was hiding
I
right
don't-
inside the janitor closet.
Okay, I'm gonna just flip a coin for the last one. I'm just gonna flip a coin for this last one, dude. I got no clue. I say I'm smart, but like, my spatial awareness is in the dumpster.
The stab wound.
From the front, so... It wasn't outside and it wasn't behind the door, so I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads at the top answer, tails to the bottom answer. Let me flip it right now. Alright, it says it's heads, so it's... Alright, which one is it? On top? No, in the back.
I got it.
I'm embarrassed how long it took me.
Hiding in the back of the closet.
Cause I forgot how big the closet was. The killer would have to be able to run up and stab her. Probably.
If he was pressed up against the furthest shelf and facing the entrance, there'd be a diagonal path between him and his victim.
Dog, he could have been anywhere in the room. Like, the only stupid answer I said was out. I mean, I guess I picked the two stupid answers of outside or behind the stepladder, but man, I don't have anything in my life going on.
Diagonal, because that's the only way you can make a direct charge forward. Also, when the victim entered the room, she would have been standing with her back to the hallway, right outside the killer's range.
Yes.
That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Okay, that checks out.
Creating the crime scene we found. Great job, guys.
Oh, we did it. Case is over. We're geniuses.
That was the last mystery, right? We must have put everything together now.
If the camera cuts to Wolfgang, I'm going to hit him. Before he even says anything, if the camera cuts to him right now, there's going to be a problem.
Even if it's all
Thank
fake,
you.
I feel really bad.
He's standing right next to her. You are safe. You are on thin ice, mister.
It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim.
Huh?
What?
Well, technically she is, but
I'm watching the aura farmer say something?
let's
What?
be real. The girl was carrying a gun. She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no?
How much time would you have to set up a Looney Tunes trap in self-defense? You know what? I'm gonna entertain that idea for 2 seconds, Carlito. Let's say you and me are there, right? I'll say I'm the one with the gun. You were the one. You're the guy with the bucket, right?
Okay.
In what scenario? Because obviously, for it to be self-defense, you'd have to know that he had the knife on him and was probably chasing her or was threatening in some way. So let's say I had the knife on me and I'm intimidating you, right?
Yeah.
What would need to happen for you to run into that closet, pour the bleach in the bucket, put it back perfectly, set it up above the door frame, and then get ready? Does that seem like self-defense?
It seems very much like, in my personal belief, because I still don't know what was going on before we got here. I think they did this in Danganronpa 3, where instead of a killing game, it was a battle royale. So if it's that sort of situation, everyone's game.
Yeah, but like, for this, this just doesn't feel like self-defense because it actively took up time to set up, right?
Plus, it would be self-defense in terms of she has the bigger means of killing, bigger capacity to kill due to the assault rifle.
I guess, but at a certain point in time...
And if she's coming into the room with an assault rifle...
She's going with the intent to shoot and kill, I suppose.
Yes. Why would she be carrying around the assault rifle?
I don't know. This is a made-up place, and we're in the
Like,
land
if
of
it was
make-believe,
like, oh,
alright?
if she didn't have the assault rifle, I would not consider it, like... I would consider the closet guy to be crazy, you know?
Yeah, but like, she had the assault rifle. I'm thinking about it. I could see it. I could see it. It's just...
So that's the thing, like, if she found him in the closet, she would just boom his head off.
Right.
But so he has to do something.
He has to do something, and in that time, we had the genius idea of the step ladder. But I'm just saying, like, in my mind, it takes too long to set up. So it could still be self-defense, but like, not the self-defense I think of when I imagine, you know, a general case of
Yeah, self-defense. It's more self-defense in terms of the law, not self-defense in terms of morality.
Or more so, my point here is this is far too premeditated for it to be a classic fight, right?
See, that's what I'm saying. There's definitely a lot more going on than just he got after her, she got after him. Like, there's definitely a bigger thing that ties the whole situation together that we, on purpose, don't know yet.
That's no excuse.
Yeah.
What?
There's no justifying murder.
Oh, shut! You know what? I'm happy for you, my son. Say what you need to say.
Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
Don't bring morals into this. I just want to go home. Alright.
You're emanating a sizable amount of emotional tension. Are you okay?
Here, this game does say history repeats. We're gonna be the one to do the bucket. That's gonna be the last chapter. Just the bucket again. And it's gonna be beautiful.
There's no excuse. There never was an excuse.
Alright, brother, let's calm down here.
28 stab wounds. No girl, no person should ever suffer Kara's fate.
He said the thing, guys. He said the reference. That's a reference right there. He said the thing. What a game. 28 stab. I was so tempted.
We
to
get a
call-
28 stab wounds in the chat.
I was so tempted to call today's stream 28 stab wounds, but at the exact same time, I'm not sure if it would actually fly with Cook Guidelines, so I didn't. Right? But yeah, he said the thing, 28 stab wounds.
Wait, who's Kara?
It was the victim's name! Didn't anyone read the tablet?
This is a justifiable crash out.
Ugh.
No, because he's a lawyer, so he has like actual experience with this, but nobody read the case and everyone's just kind of talking about this shit. I'd be mad too. Like, high key, I'd be mad too.
I agree with you, dude, but you don't have to shout out your point.
Bro, calm down.
Oi, what's all this about? We figured out the case. Stop trying
Completely
to drag
reasonable
it
crap.
on.
Like, a woman died and was murdered viciously, and all these people don't even have the time to remember her fucking name. I'd be mad too.
No. We're not finished here.
Huh?
There's no murder without a proper motive. We need to discuss why Kara died.
I mean, there's just, again, because obviously from the context I have, I'm assuming that this isn't the first, like, this is not the first killing game, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not the first killing game. It's happened before, whatever, right? There is so much weird nuance that goes into a killing game that's almost impossible to discern why, only knowing the victim, right? Because again, so many questions, like why did she have a fully loaded assault rifle? And why did she enter the closet if not? You know what? That's actually a really good question. You made a really good point earlier, Carlito, that I want to circle back to.
Mm-hmm.
You said about this being self-defense. I'm thinking about it now. Why else would she enter a storage closet with a fully loaded gun?
Exactly. Unless it's with the intent to kill.
Unless it's with the intent to kill. And she just happened to get caught off guard with the bucket. Like,
so we have this goofy ass fucking lawyer being like, oh, bro, wah. I'm like, whatever, dude.
No, but there's so much, like, there's so many questions that go in. Like, example, if we were to know who the other person was and what the relationship was, then maybe. But like, there's just so much we don't know.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case.
Ooh, you said the least favorite word.
We aren't
This
looking
is not
for a
fictional.
murderer. We're looking for answers, which we have.
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An
Damn.
essay without its conclusion? This isn't about efficiency, this is about being right. Or do you, a supposed entrepreneur, not value integrity?
This is a justifiable crash out. You know what, Wolfgang? He's warming up to me.
What the hell?
Oh, calm down. This is not an ethics class.
Let's just talk about the motive. There's no harm in doing that, right?
Well, what was the motive?
We don't know.
Was the killer fighting for their life? Or were they going out of
Okay,
their
so like
way
in
to
V3, there was
murder?
a rule where the game ends if it's just like 2 people left. Perhaps the same place. Eden's Garden, what if it's just 3 people left and it comes Battle Royale, which is why the girl was roaming the hall with a gun? Maybe. Or maybe it's any other infinite amount of reasons, right? Because your entire conversational point predicates on the fact that you're talking about V3 here. But like, we in Eden's Garden, this is government mandated, you know? Like, this is government mandated. It's like Fortnite. No, I wish. But there's just so much to talk about.
The gun freaked him out.
Yeah, maybe the gun got up and walked away. Maybe it was the gun that chased him in the room.
If I was in the killer's shoes, I'd definitely be nervous. Thing is, while acting out of self-defense is possible, since when does it look like this?
I don't know.
Given the severity, I'd liken it to a crime of passion.
This is far too premeditated.
Something done on impulse?
What if they were frightened? The spooky thing might have set them off big time.
God, there's just so
wrong. There's no way this was done in self-defense.
Hey, bro, calm
No
down.
matter what excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
Yo, bud, you seem a little pressed.
Hey, man, you seem a little... You want to take 5? Can we take 5? Is that a thing we could...
I won't allow this!
Reasonable crash out. Wow, things are getting emotional. Yeah. Yeah, they really are. I missed the 28 stab wounds. You'll see it in the VOD. Don't worry about it. Oh, speaking of, I finally have a fucking VODs channel. Isn't that crazy? It took me that long to upload just make a channel. So yeah, it's on
I'll
YouTube.
link that in the chat right now.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. And I make custom silly little thumbnails. Well, you've only been using logical arguments to further the trial so far. Now might be a good time to change your approach. Introducing the pathos mechanic. Okay, new mechanic altogether. During non-stop debates, the emotionally charged commenter of your classmates will appear as purple text. These comments are called pathos statements. You can absorb these pathos statements by hovering over them with your reticle and pressing E or LT. The pathos statements will then be loaded into your truth cylinder. Find a weak spot that is directly contradicted by the pathos statement and fire. Find a weak spot contradicted by a pathos statement. And I can absorb their emotions into me. I can absorb their emotions into me and use it against people. If successful, you will make a powerful emotionally charged argument to counteract your opponents. Stay on the lookout for pathos statements. While you'll always be able to advance the trial using pure logic, emotional arguments can lead to some unique conversations. Once again, non-stop debate. Welcome back. Welcome back to the best game ever. Assault rifle, bloody knife, bucket, tablet, victim's hands. That's all we have, and now...
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint.
Give me 3 minutes on the clock.
There is no way to justify this.
Absorb pathos statements with
Take
E.
a chill pill, man.
Oh, bro, calm down.
You expect me to stay calm?
Yeah, actually we do.
The killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions.
Oh yeah, we're assuming a lot here. Where's the pathos
Exactly.
Morals.
Let's make a...
Like, why? We don't know a single thing about the killer.
Yeah.
Don't even know the damn killer.
We don't know anything about
Thank you, Goat Nona.
They left behind.
Just a crime scene.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice.
Where's the pathos?
But how
Imagine
can
they
we
lied
do
and there's no pathos in this entire round.
There's no reason to trust you if you have no proof.
Where'd I absorb
the
it?
ultimate liar.
Hang on, was it press E and then click on it too? Damon can't emote on his own when he needs to absorb emotion from others. I feel like I have an obligation to find the truth.
To kill Kara so easily.
Yeah, there's only one pathos statement that was said. Carlito, if I'm not mistaken, it's hover on it with E and then click on it, I'm assuming?
Should be.
Because I hovered on
Oh,
it.
you didn't absorb pathos, right?
Thank you, Mako.
Yeah, you gotta keep holding it.
Keep holding it, or do I click something?
It says you, yeah, it says you didn't absorb it.
Yeah, I was holding E.
There's no reason to trust you if you have no proof. So says the ultimate liar.
Okay, so I'm gonna use lawyer's intuition to counteract whatever Wolfgang says. Now what? Now that I have lawyer's intuition,
There is no way to justify this.
Okay.
Take a chill pill, man.
all right,
You expect me to stay calm?
all right.
This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's
No.
brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals.
Yeah,
This could have been self-defense.
could have been.
You don't even know the damn killer.
You don't. What is? Does he say something
Just
here?
the crime scene they left behind.
Does he say
This
something?
killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice.
No, he doesn't say anything.
But how can we do that? Reason to trust.
Maybe? Oh,
No, that's wrong.
I'm go.
No, that's wrong, blue edition.
No, that's wrong, blue, actually.
Expertise shouldn't be overlooked here. If there's anyone to believe, it's the lawyer.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be terrible at the pathos arguments because I'm bad at reading people.
Don't worry, there will be an option for it in the next one.
I can just turn
It
off
won't be
pathos
required.
and be a dickhead.
Yeah.
Say what?
Wolfgang has spent his life
I mean, yeah, he's the ultimate lawyer,
on the crime
right?
scene. He'd understand the criminal mind in ways we can't possibly imagine.
Well, he gets them better than we do.
He was even emotionally invested in a murder case he'd never seen before.
Yeah.
If his lawyer's intuition tells us that the killer was in the wrong, then we have no reason to disagree.
I don't know.
We're all ultimates for a reason. We need to trust
Come on, guys.
Bro, listen, the same way he's the ultimate lawyer, I'm the ultimate debater. So if I turned you in an argument, you're wrong. All right, guys, we all need to trust that I'm
Well
right.
spoken. If Wolfgang is adamant about the killer's intentions, we should have faith in him.
Pathos is entirely optional. Yeah, it doesn't change the outcome or anything. It's just like bonus dialogue, basically. I will get some pathos options because I care about more interacting with this game more. And also, you guys are probably going to want to see it, so I'm going to do it. But I'm going to suck at it.
Wolfgang's clearly trying his best.
Like,
for
low-key,
us.
if I'm throwing the trial, 'cause I'm trying to do pathos, I'm just going to stop.
Let's trust in the lawyer and his bargain bin buddy.
Okay.
Okay. There's...
It's literally Howard and Saul.
Yeah, it's just Howard and Saul, and I feel terrible. No, but you can't say that because that makes me like Damon more.
Well, you like Wolfgang, so enjoy your little HHM brochure.
I don't like Wolfgang. It's Stop doing this.
If it
Don't
means
hurt me
going
like this.
home, then you guys convinced me.
Hey man, yeah, we chillin'.
Team Wolfgang all the way.
I'm the one that agreed
Okay,
with those.
dude. I mean, Team Damon assembled Team Wolfgang, but, you know, whatever.
I guess me Wolfgang before and then whatever. Fucking whatever. Me too, Winona. Me too.
Oliva, do you still disagree?
Even if I did, it's not worth pursuing.
We aura blasted her. Power of friendship. Actual power of friendship.
Does this mean we're done here? Hey,
Please.
we're disembodied voice. We've figured out your stupid case. Now let us leave.
I want to go home. Damn. Are you done?
You're finally done.
Oh, man.
In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time ago.
You set up this killing game. Why? Like, what? Whatever, man.
What?
You have your fun.
We only went through this case because of you.
Silly me, I have a short attention span.
My fault. I thought this killing game would be more entertaining. That's on me, guys.
So, just for my own benefit, why don't you summarize the information you've learned? It'll be good practice.
Practice? Fine.
I'll present the truth.
We'll present the truth together.
Whatever.
Let's dig into it.
What was the average TikTok user? I fear. Oh, man, if you guys started talking about Subway servers, I would have tuned back in a while ago. Time to bring the trial to an end. For closing argument. Oh, yeah, I know how to do this. During closing argument, you must summarize the case from start to finish. Naturally, your medium will be a comic book. Since the class has a relatively good understanding of the case, some parts of the comic are already completed. But it seems your peers have glossed over the smaller details, judging by those gaps in the story. To fill these gaps, you've improved stock panels. Use the WSD to navigate. Am I still on the timer for this? Hover your mouse over the relevant gaps and press the left key to insert the panel. Don't forget to use Q and E keys. Those are you flip between pages. By the way, the gaps will reveal a hint. Or if you need to revisit, control pad F3 key. Now stand up straight and fix your tie. You got a case to close. I'm on timer here. What do I have here? So I only have... Where did the killer hide? Where were they hiding? In the janitor closet? Yeah. Okay, so hid in the janitor's closet. What was the victim carrying? Where's the gun? The hell? No, what the hell? I only have... What? The stepladder and the door.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll keep going to other panels. Alright. How did the killer reach the door frame? Where's the stepladder? Yeah, going up the stepladder. Where did the killer... What did the killer pour into the bucket? I don't... Oh, I can go back then. Yeah, assault rifle. Okay. Alright, we got that. So we have all of these. Next page. What did the killer pour into the bucket? No, that's clawing at the neck. How was the trap triggered? Opening the door. Okay. Can I see that now? Bleach. What did the killer pour into the bucket? Bleach. Yep, I'm goated. I'm goated, I'm goated, I'm goated. And then finally, what did the victim do when they were stabbed? Claw at the killer's neck.
This is how it happened.
That gray man looked greasy as hell, I'll be honest. I'm sorry for whoever decided to commit that crime because all of your aura was just stripped from you.
The victim was Kara Koshkinen, the
Yep.
ultimate teacher's aide.
What was she doing with a loaded rifle? God knows. Oh, it's
Oh,
animated
yeah,
too. That's super
dude.
cute.
Death. She was wandering around the academy,
Academy.
carrying a large assault rifle.
Anyway.
That was probably when our unnamed killer, who was armed with a knife, spotted her.
Right.
And decided he'd put her to eternal rest.
You're goddamn right. He set up a Looney Tunes-esque
He
prank.
slid inside that little janitor's closet, where he began hatching a deadly scheme.
Right, Act 2, you pour the bleach in there.
Aye, they needed a way to surprise the victim, who was better armed. The killer grabbed a bottle of bleach from the closet and poured its contents into a bucket.
That's because they wanted to blind Kara by splashing the bleach in her eyes.
Yup. You'd love to see it.
I mean, if it's a spray bottle, I would have just got two of those bad boys and just started shooting.
Spray bottle in one hand, knife on the other. We got this. Dual wield. Low-key, that's what I would have done too. Like,
I would have been running corners around like CSGO.
I actually would have been running laps around her, dude. I would have full boxed her. Maybe if that was me, if I was there, I would have full boxed her.
The killer moved a stepladder behind the closet door and climbed up it to reach the door frame. There, they carefully placed the bucket.
Okay, yeah.
That way, when the victim opened the door, the bucket would empty its contents all over her.
Okay, now how did they convince her to go in the janitor's
After
closet?
completing the
We'll never
setup,
know.
The killer retreated to the far end of the janitor's closet and waited for the victim's arrival.
Like, there's so much unknown. Like, why did she enter? Or I guess she made noise? I mean, we're assuming they did.
The killer could have made noise to attract the
Or
victim's
anything,
attention.
really. Right.
Either way, the victim tried to open the door.
With a loaded gun.
And,
Imagine how
the
long that
bleach
room
splashed
stunk.
all
They were
over
waiting
her.
for Kara.
Her scalp, face, and eyes were severely burned.
Whoever this dude was, like, you're sitting there for like 2 hours just waiting, rattling that, like, you're just sitting there praying to God that she comes in the room. It just stinks in here. Thank you, Jet. Right, rushes her, full boxes her. Absolutely.
The killer leapt from his hiding place and began viciously attacking Kara.
Mm-hmm.
In his fit of rage and cruelty, he stabbed her from the front 28 times.
While being stabbed, the victim tried to fight back by clawing at the killer. This left the dried blood under her fingernails.
Right, and they kept doing it until she dropped dead.
However,
Absolutely.
it didn't deter the killer, and the victim eventually died.
At present, we don't have enough information to reveal the killer's true identity, but their
Yup.
actions haven't been forgotten.
Nope.
That is the truth behind this case.
We did it. We're goated. We solved it.
Are you satisfied?
A measly 3 acts. Poor Horace would be beside himself.
Horace?
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the bargain.
Yeah, actually, it took
Now
weeks to
let
prepare.
us
That
out
bucket was sitting there
already.
for like 20 days straight.
That is what I promised, isn't it? Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do, may I be frank with you all for a second? This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face.
Oh, do I get to see the guy?
Heart tells me
Whoa.
you'll react cruelly to it. However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while?
Toes would look chill as fuck.
Yes.
Mayhaps.
Let's do away with these silly boundaries already. It's time we meet face to face.
Face to face? What's he
What was
cooking?
that all about?
Everybody, look over there!
I want some cool dramatic entrance music. Come on. Look at that. Now that's an aura form if I've ever seen one.
Toss away those pickaxes, peasants. The walls have finally crumbled.
I'm putting him in the thumbnail for this archive video.
What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land? Serve it?
Peak.
Or
Yep.
will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice?
He's right behind me, isn't he? Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know why I wasn't ready for him to swear, but I love him. Person, his voice. That's the guy that's been torturing us?
Are you the speaker guy?
Speaker guy? No. You don't address your superiors like that.
Oh, like the goat snout. It looks like a smile. That's cute.
Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only. His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game.
Killing game? Yeah. I'm sorry. Killing game? You said killing game? We're killing each other? Oh.
Is that what's happening here?
Is that what's happening here? I mean, I'm fine with that, but like, are we killing each other now? Alright.
Hey.
Alright, it's back to being voiceless. You know what to do.
I was so enjoying it.
You were thriving. You were thriving just sitting back and watching.
Hey,
and now
what do you mean killing game?
The show must go on.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Quite the contrary. This is only the beginning.
That's...
What?
Why the long face?
You're all gonna kill each other. Like, I think I made that pretty obvious in the trial room. You're all gonna die. You're an idiot. You, my dear subordinates,
Blood is rushing.
are going to kill each other.
To death.
To death. You're gonna die. That's not...
Come on.
That's not funny.
But then...
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence.
Mm-hmm. I gave you peasants an incentive. That's not my fault you took it to the wrong way. What are you talking about? You lied to us.
Rubbish.
Lied? Oh, no, absolutely not. I said you could leave the room if you solved it. What part of that is a lie? I'm a fair man. A man sworn to the truth, and if I recall correctly. Should you all agree on the right answer, you'll be free to leave this place. Genius. Alright, I'll let you leave the room. See? Look, I did exactly that. I specifically said you could leave the room. Not go home. I didn't say go home. Sneaky son of a bitch.
Not okay!
Terrible. That sounds like Scooby-Doo. He does sound like Scooby-Doo. There you go, losing control of your voice. That's how you know. That's how you know you've lost. Look at you. You raised your tone. That means I win the argument. Appeal to emotion. Logic is a cowardly thing like that. It'll jump ship the moment it's confronted with a challenge. He didn't lie, did he? He said he never lies. So when he said this was Eden's Garden Academy, this is actually Eden's Garden Academy. What am I doing here? Believing someone like him? He's fucking crazy. Look at him. No other way, he's lying.
Dude.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about this dumbass, stupid-ass killing game? And watch you peasants run away? No.
Pathetic.
I can't host a game without any contestants.
Please don't. I just want to go home.
What is the intent?
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. You should have said that before you signed the I mean... I'm questioning the world building now, because, like, this is government mandated. There's so many questions I have now about the world, and that are just never going to get answered till, like, a while from now.
It's life, dude.
That's life.
There's no need to worry.
There's no need to cry, Miss Palmer. Yeah, don't cry, but we're just not going to kill each other. Exactly. No one is going to kill simply because they've been ordered to. What's that? The peasant has a rebuttal?
Let's see.
A match between an unprepared, unfit players. You could hardly call that a match. In much the same way, this game proposed a killing game between students who don't have the heart to kill. Do you seriously think we'll abandon our morals so quickly? I don't think he's watched, like, any movie. Like, dude, 2 incentives and then people die. Yeah, no, we're not gonna kill people. We're, like, super boring people. We don't have what it takes to do something like that.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're not gonna kill. What if we all... My mochi heart would melt otherwise. Alright, chat, what if we all just agreed to not kill each other? Chat, can we do that? Can we all agree to not... If we were all put in a killing game right now, can we all agree to not kill each other? I think that's a fair thing to make. I think that's fair, right? We just all agree to not kill.
I see.
That's your argument, is it?
How interesting.
So, what has you so convinced? No sorry? No sorry? Don't say no sorry. It's the prisoner's dilemma. If we all just choose to not kill each other, we'll be fine. Like, you've seen... You all know Danganronpa. You know if you're the first one to... If you kill someone, you're gonna get got eventually. Like... Yeah, put your knife away. We're not killing each other here. Come on. What do you mean? What makes you think the people in this room lack the heart to kill? Do you even know anything about them besides their names and ultimate talents?
Pathetic.
And if you do, then tell me, regarding killing, where do they stand? Are they okay with murder if it's for the greater good? Are they okay with murder if it guarantees their survival? Where they currently stand on the issue the same as where you're willing to stand? Go on. We've had a couple hours to get to know each other. That's plenty of time to run their life stories, right? Yeah, appeal to authority, exactly. Should I take that as a no? Goodness.
Plot twist.
You wouldn't be here, all dressed in that fancy suit, if you were so naive.
Such a spoil sport.
Oh, and one more thing. That trial you just did, that was your preparation for the killing game. What?
Yeah, whatever, dude. We're not gonna kill anybody.
We're not gonna kill everybody, says the man with bows and arrows on his back. For good reason. One of you is killed. The remaining students will participate in a true class trial. Your objective here is simple. Uncover the culprit if you can. using evidence you gathered during the investigation. You will argue who you believes committed the murder. The result will be decided by popular vote, and if you choose the right person, they alone will be executed, and the killing game will continue. But if you choose wrong, everybody else dies. However, if you choose the wrong person, the guardian of the party will be set free, and the rest of you will be executed instead. Those are the killing game. Everyone understand? You've done this before. You've done this 3 times before, exactly. 3.5, but we're not going to count that other installation. It wasn't really a part of the franchise. Anyway. All of us.
Isn't this lovely?
I think it's one of our most beautiful rules. Everyone has an incentive to participate in the game, innocent or otherwise.
What's happening?
You're treating us like pigs of slaughter.
Such disrespect.
Nonsense. All of you have the chance to survive. Do you think the common butcher is so merciful? Yeah, we're not good. Listen. By the way, if no guilty party ever escapes, the killing game will end when there are only 2 students left. So I'm glad the guy that said V3 earlier, it's like, yeah, it ends when there's 2 people left because, like, naturally it has to end when there's 2 people left because when you have 2 people, someone is just gonna get murdered anyway, right? So it's either everybody chooses not to kill and we all suffer here forever, you kill someone in such an ingenious way that everyone else can't figure it out and dies, or you survive not getting killed long enough to where there's only 2 people left and then you get to just go home. Maybe want to remember that, or maybe you don't care. Depends on what kind of person you are. Out of the 60 people here, only 2 will be allowed to survive.
Shot.
That's hardly better if someone gets away with murder.
Done.
I know, that's what makes it so funny. Most of you will die, no matter what, and yet with every passing trial, you'll cling on to life more desperately.
The show must go on.
And that exact mindset that causes more murders to happen. Aren't these rules simply brilliant? Go home? Just like how Kara tried to? I don't think so. Not gonna lie, I forgot that the trade specifies that.
I have an appetite.
I can't wait to see. Okay. Oh, we just punched him. The madman's loud tinnitus? Yeah, tinnitus-inducing laughter suddenly cut by a well-timed strike from behind. Yeah, we just beat the shit out of him. We just jumped him!
Times, you mangy fucking mutt!
This is GOAT.
Nothing to do with this stupid game!
What if we just jump him? I said this before. What if we just jump him? Because then what? Oh, I just activate your shot callers and I kill all of you and ruin the game? Like, you're the one that set it up for fun.
Ow! Stop it!
Since you've made it clear you won't listen to reason, I'll just make sure you have no arms to kill with!
Do you even listen to when I talk? I'm not the one doing the killing. It's you lot who are...
Grace drove her fist directly into his stomach. He rolled with his another. It looked like she wasn't going to be satisfied until he was dead. I saw it. Oh, we just killed her.
Hey, stop already. There's a...
Before we could do anything. Gets her brains blown out? Yeah. The sound of a gunshot echoed in our ears. Yeah. Speechless, she moved her hand to her cheek, which had been nicked by a stray bullet. Oh, we didn't blow her brains out. Thank God. Low key right now, if I hand my goat, what's his name? Damon, I forgot his name already. Desmond. They have the same name. Low key, if we hand Desmond a gun right now, do you think you could outshoot her?
I don't see her being the ultimate, you know? Yeah, it's wrapping up.
That is crazy. Thank God. Tutor stood silently by the pillar. Versus Project Eden Garden versus Project Eden Garden. If you give Desmond a gun, the shooter stood silently by the pillar. Her mask. The mask is the design of a panther. Okay.
You.
For real?
Oh God, this is getting crazy. So yeah, if you try anything, you get your brains blown out. We did beat his ass for a little bit though, so Loki, that's a win for us.
Loki does gut punches and everything.
Yeah, he had that coming. Like, he had that coming, high key. Let's talk about the golfer woman. Now that you become acquainted with my enforcer, Mara, if any of you kids try to jeopardize the killing game by such attacking me, it's ready to put an end to your shenanigans. Even though she missed her shot, she missed? That was just a warning shot. It'd be unwise to further test her sharpshooting ability. Desmond can outshoot her, high key. Regardless, I found they even answered your previous question. You asked me if I knew anything about my friends before this, besides their names and talents.
No matter.
Truthfully, I don't, but I'll continue to trust them as if I do, because they're ultimates. They're charged with the betterment of society. They've proven themselves to be above simple acts of self-interest.
We will not succumb.
Stay the line. Desmond could 1v1 her. Even if you trap us, fire guns at us, and force us to endure farcical courtroom procedures. Yeah, he's right. You're goddamn right, he's right. Yeah, I'd be shocked too. No matter how weird these guys are, they're talented. Do you think of ultimates who fall for this bullshit? Moment of silence. Alright, moment of silence over. Yeah, if all of us low-key agree to just beat the shit out of them, I think we win.
My.
But like low-key, we all agree to work together and we do this. And we're GOAT. Like, I gotta wrap up stream though, so let's... Damon, self-reflection, I'm so sorry.
Yo, he's talking.
Got it all wrong. Can we shut the fuck up so I can save the game and go, please? Please, Ava, I love you.
We don't need instigating, Ava. We love you.
I love you. I love you, but like, I need to wrap this stream up now. Like, living content. Guys, stop. All right, Carlito, ad lib what they're saying right now.
Ultimates will do anything. They will even resort to murder. They have the drive. They have the power. They stay hungry. They devour.
Okay,
put in the work. Put in the hours and take what's ours.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful summary. Beautiful.
Okay, so they all turned again. Oh, and Damon's agreeing. He's instigating.
Oh, he's
You all will kill each other. Y'all ain't doing shit.
We gotta kill him.
You guys suck. Me and Ava are gonna kill everybody here.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna
Ultimates?
dump you.
Yeah.
Ultimates? Yeah.
Ultimate backstabbers, much.
More like ultimate killers. That's actually my second talent. Come on, we got this. We got this. We got this. Let me get to this point, please.
You think I'd be the only ultimate? I'm the ultimate prodigy. I can do every ultimate talent.
I'm gonna kill you and take all your talents.
My tree treasure. I'm gonna clap my belly like a seal.
We gotta wrap this up quick.
What?
We're not gonna kill anybody, right?
Guys, we wouldn't actually do that. Boom! Everyone hates Damon and Ava now, and that's how it ends.
Is that how it ends? I'm gonna go back.
Literally, so we just threw away all the goodwill from the trial.
I just watched him ruin his credibility immediately.
Yeah, literally, or a credit score got down to nothing.
He worked so hard to build it up by being like, yeah, we're a team, and then immediately after it's like, listen, if I gotta kill you guys to leave, I'm doing it.
Guys, listen to the lawyer to being like, yeah, you guys are gonna kill each other.
Okay, so comment summary, Ava was like, low-key, we gotta kill each other to get out of here, and then Damon dick-rided her, and now everyone hates him. How did this happen?
Damon, White's Knight, Ava, yeah, he's GOAT.
I just wanted to help, and now I fell into an aura deficit. And now I'm being treated like the bad guy. People practice what they preach, or they really refuse to kill? I can't trust anyone here. For better or worse, it's me versus them.
For a Danganronpa game where the protagonist is just a little runt.
Beginning of the killing game. Oh. We did it. Chapter 0.
Boom.
I'm gonna name the name of this episode in the archive is just gonna be called Damon Aura Deficit.
Make sure to absorb that little group shot because it will never be the same again.
Oh my god. Basically, Ava and Damon don't agree with trusting thing. Yeah, everyone was like, you guys are too happy-go-lucky with trusting each other.
Yeah, and it's not even, Ava's right, because like it's not that she's like, oh, we're gonna kill. It's more so that like she knows how cute people are.
Enough incentive is thrown at you.
Exactly. Like she's not stupid. Like you can't do it just off of goodwill alone. And that was chapter 0 of Project Eden's Garden.
That was.
Damon just words it horribly. Alright. Oh, is it playing the opening? Yeah, just close it. Just close it. Close the application.
Oh, that's save it for next time?
Yeah.
Oh, stream start next time with the opening? You're so right, actually.
Yes, close it. Boom. Okay.
Oh my god.
I support Ava's everything.
Ava's rights and wrongs. So yeah, effectively, we ruined all... No, because here's the thing. I understand this. Everybody's trapped here for who knows how long. And then even if nobody chooses to kill, they're just going to wave more things in front of our face until
more incentives every single round.
More incentives. Somebody's going to break. And I trust, if me and you, Carlito, if we were in a killing game, I would trust everybody with my full heart. But I know there's someone's going to break. Someone is going to snap.
You always got to keep your guards up.
You always got to keep your guard up. And Ava's right. We just met each other. You can't trust your soul in people you just met. But also, the ultimate liar being the one to say it first is incredibly crazy to say. And then Damon dick riding her, everybody turns to him and is like, all right, we're killing you first. High key. No, because hear me out. This is going to sound like a crazy idea, but hear me out, right?
Yeah.
What if we as a class, let's say there's 16 of us, me, you, and 14 other people, right? What if 15 of us teamed up to kill one guy so we were all technically the killer?
It would go to whoever landed the final blow.
Okay, and here's what's gonna happen. How about this instead? Let's say we're all at a party and there's drinks and we all decide to spike the exact same drink. Nobody tells them to go drink it, but we all like poison the exact same drink. It doesn't go to the first person to poison it, or does it go to like what's the idea here? Or maybe
I think it would go
had the idea.
Yeah, in that case, because it's always in I've noticed in Danganronpa, it's always whoever landed like the killing like maneuver, the blast blow.
Yeah, usually it's like the guy that actually took their life. But like in a scenario of like we all poison a cup and he drinks it, is it just like
if it's equal, then yeah, it's the planner.
It's the guy who planned it. It would whoever initially planned it. Yeah, I guess that would make a lot of sense.
Because instigators are allowed to live. You know, we've had instigators in the series who've instigated killings, but because they didn't actually do it, they're fine. Like they can plan it, but as long as they don't actually like physically kill the person.
That's the best way to lose all credibility, low key, to instigate a death.
Yep, and yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Next week we're starting chapter 1.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I did not expect us to even get to the trial today.
No, we did it and we sped run through it because I told you, I sat you down and I said we're gonna do it before stream. I was like, listen, we're not gonna pull any punches.
No more playing around.
We're gonna jump in, and next week I can finally tweet about starting chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
The only exception would be if 2 people did the finishing blow at the exact same time. How would that work though? Right? Because it's like it's a finishing blow for a reason.
Yeah. Like how can you both finish it?
Yeah, like,
you know, they're like even like okay. I like medically, like if you both stabbed someone at the same time and the person died, that doesn't count as you both killed him. It's whoever like stabbed near a fatal like
it's whoever stabbed did more
organ.
Damage.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter like that they both did it. It matters like who actually killed the person.
Oh my god. But yeah, it was a pleasure having you on. What a beautiful stream. Did all of you guys have fun in chat?
Can we get a yippee in the chat?
No, here's what's gonna happen. Not that. Next week's stream, I want you guys to bring up I want you guys to like put in chat your favorite murder methods.
Mm-hmm.
But like pure
specifics.
Pure hypothetical though. Like pure over the top hypothetical, just ideas. I was late, but this was great. Yeah. Thank God we made it through chapter 1. I made it through chapter 0. Next week we're gonna have actual fun. Someone's gonna die. Next chapter, someone's gonna actually die. That's crazy. Like, wow. But yeah, it was a pleasure having you on. I hope you all had a very lovely. I hope you all have a very lovely evening. You know, I have to head out now, unfortunately, because religious reasons. But we chillin'. Hope all of you guys have a great time and enjoy your evenings.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.